Hey everybody, Mark here again with ExoticCarplayplace. Today I'm going to talk to you about the coolest things the E60 M5 has going for it. Some of these items are unique to the M5, some of them are unique to the E60 series, to both. But really at the end of the day, the E60 M5 has a lot of cool features, and today I want to review some of those with you. One of those in specific has to do with high performance, tapping into that last little bit of ounce of performance that you can get out of these E60s. I'm going to show you a little trick on this car too. So, I'm going to show you all the little gadgets. Number one, the first thing is this cool little button on the side. Over here on the side of the door panel here, I hit that button and it activates that rear window blind. How cool is that? You got to admit, that's one of the coolest functions. You don't see that on every car. And the beauty of that is, when it's tucked away, you don't even see it. It's so stealthy. It's such a great installation. I love that design. So we plug down here, we activate that. This is an early model, you can tell. This is one of the earlier variations of the iDrive system. So we're gonna hit that. And then looking at the iDrive system up here, what we have is we go into the I, so we push the button down on the iDrive. Now it gives us all these settings. So here's a cool piece for you. How do you like this? Settings. Go into vehicle and tires. Now look at these features. Lighting. You go into here, triple turn signal and pathway lighting. There's two cool features. The pathway lighting, you'll notice you get that off of the bottom of the side mirrors, and you can activate that, change that to whatever you want. So when you close the door, what you end up with is a delayed response. You have lights that stay on for, in this case, 16 seconds. So when you're closing the door in the garage and it's dark, you're able to see around the car, so you're not going to trip and stub your foot into the wheel or something like that. That's a cool feature. Another cool feature is this triple turn signal. See, I've just turned it off. So what that means is when you're toggling a signal and you're hitting the signal switch, just for a light, you're not doing a full turn, you're actually changing lanes. You hit that one time and it gets one stroke of the deal. But if I activate it, I'm going to turn that back on. Now when you hit it lightly, you get 3 quick strokes. That gives you more signal for the people around you. It's a cool little feature. I always like to keep that triple on there. So another cool function is this PDC display on. A lot of cars you can maybe turn it off, a lot of cars you can't. This one here, I can turn the display off. So I can turn that off, and I can turn off the cameras and all the noise and the beeping that you typically get associated when you get close to something. Not totally sure why you'd want to turn that off, but hey, why not? So it's functional. Anyway, so that's another cool feature. Then we move to the door lock section. And what does the door lock section do? You can do all kinds of funky things here. Unlock the button, driver's door only, last seat position. You can do all kinds of funky stuff. So for example, you can lock after driving. So when you start driving, the door locks automatically activate. So as soon as you set off, clunk, everything locks down. There's all kinds of different cool functions in here that you can do. Unlock button, driver's door only, passenger side deactivated. You can do all kinds of cool things with the door locks and with the seats and everything through your mDrive system. So another awesome function, there's a cute little button here on the steering wheel, has this little star symbol. That activates all these other little functions. You can do all kinds of things here. Navigation, voice instructions, air circ on or off, mute, monitor, telephone list. You can pull that up on the drop of a hat. If you want to change your next entertainment source, say you want to go from CD to your video or whatever, you can do all kinds of different changes. You can toggle with that button. So you can preset all that functionality with that little button. That's a real cool little feature. Okay, now here is a big juicy one, and I want to share that with you guys. So this is actually something that a lot of M drivers aren't aware of. These are one of those little hidden unlocked little gems. And obviously you've heard of the M button with the M5 that unleashes extra power. Well, when you hit the M button, it basically gives you the most aggressive settings for your differential, your transmission shift settings. It gives you the most aggressive horsepower output. It dials everything maximum attack mode. What you can do though is some other cool functions here. When you go into the iDrive menu here, if you notice, you can set all this jazz up manually, okay? So if you want to go in here and you go EDC, you can set that to sport mode or normal, comfort, unchanged, whatever. We'll leave it on sport, right? DSC, again, you can do all that funky stuff. We can leave it M dynamic. Power, P500 sport. Okay, well that's where we're at. So, whoops, let's change that back. And then the backrest is sport mode, so you can adjust so the backrest move with you. And then of course the head-up display has the M view. What you don't have here, I try to change this. Now you have S. Now I try to change it to 6. There's a 6. See, you can go all the way from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 5 it'll stay. Okay, 6, let's hit it. Now we go away. See, I didn't touch it. I can go to that 6th mode, but as soon as I back out, it pushes it back down to 5. What does that 6th mode do? Well, that 6th mode gives you the most ferocious shifting, the most aggressive shifting that you can get. This shifts way harder, way faster when you dial it into S6. The problem is you can't do it manually unless there's a trick. And so here's the trick. Check this out. Here's the procedure for that. So I want to go to S6. It won't let me. I'm going to exit out. See, it just keeps kicking me out to S5. I'm going to try it again. Change it to 6. Back out, and it just keeps putting it back to 5. Now, the trick in all of this is you have to activate or deactivate the traction control. That's the trick. Let's check it out. Hit it with this. So you try to go there, it kicks it out. But the trick is you put this thing in gear. Now you'll notice we take the traction control off and you've got 6 bars now. As soon as the traction control is off, now we have the extra bar. Now we actually have that 6th mode. It doesn't show it up here, but this gives you the extra mode here. So if we turn the DSC back off, you notice you lose it. This is the standard. The only way you can get that 6th mode is by deactivating your traction control, and then you can activate bump 1 up with this little button down below here. This little button down here, you hit it 1 more, that gives you your 6th. And the other really cool thing that is so unique, I have never seen another car with this. Obviously it has the active bolsters. From what I understand, I think it's an option, but my car has the active bolsters. And it's actually, you can turn it off, you can disable it if you don't like that feel. But it's the first time I ever drove this thing hard in the corners and I had it set up on default M mode. The thing started tickling me in the ribs and I almost lost it because I was laughing because the bolsters are getting aggressive on the hips there and the sides. But you can turn that off, you can adjust it to different degrees. And that's all done down here with this funky little button. And that you can change the settings and the aggressiveness of your seat bolsters, your side bolsters on the seats. Now that's a feature very few cars, if any, that I've ever seen have. So guys, I know that last video I did with the M5 about how to drive the SMG transmission, I'm gonna add this onto this video. And I just want to mention, there's some interlocks in here, and a fine gentleman there had asked me the question, car is off, I'm parked in gear, can I pull this out of gear? Yes, I can. So it does not lock me in, as you can see. But now I can't put it back in, you see? Now I'm kind of locked. See, I could take it out, I couldn't put it back in. So now I'm kind of in a position where I'm sort of locked. Now I can't get it back into reverse. Try to restart it. Obviously, I'm still in neutral. So I'm going to put it back in reverse to park the car, and I'm just going to turn it off. I hope that helps. Now, everybody, I just wanted to show you the cool features that you can get on an E60 M5. I know some of these things you've probably heard about before, maybe some of them you haven't. I hope you got something out of it. But like I said, I want to show you a little trick there too on that whole extra performance shifting speed that you can get just by changing a couple settings. So everybody, I hope you do like this video. Be sure to like and comment. Tap that subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed to my channel. If you like, of course. If you like my content, please do drop a line. I'd love to hear from you guys. We'll talk to you real soon. Whoa, still a smoking gun over here. Car's not even running, and we're still smoking away here.